I would tell them to go with a very open mind. Because you're going to meet people that will confuse you, will baffle you, will try to perplex you. And I admit, I was nonplussed many times. Oh yes, I was perplexed. I was baffled. I was blown out of my cord. But it was all for the better, because I learned about how other people live in places that are not called the US of A. Oh yes, I learned about how people live in foreign countries. And let me tell you, when I see foreigners walk down the street and say, hey, yeah, I know how Japanese people do things, or I know how Taiwanese people do things, or I know how Korean people do things, or I know how Russian people do things, I just want to slap them upside the head and say, look, you don't really fucking know. Oh no, you don't fucking know. Because I've lived in Japan for 2 years. Yes. 2 years. And let me tell you, I have not ever once said, I know how Japanese people do things. Because I don't. I know how some Japanese people do things. I know how my friends who are Japanese do things. But I don't know how all Japanese people do things. And I don't go to Tokyo and go to 1 or 2 Banana Republic or Gap shops and say, look, I understand Japan now. I've been to Tokyo. I shopped at the Gap. I shopped at Banana Republic. Now I know how Japan does things. They're very westernized here. You must understand. No. I want to slap those people upside the head and say, look, brother, you need a fucking brush with reality. No, not a slap in the face with reality, just a brush, and then you wouldn't say those things. But let me tell you this, it is a great learning experience. And I recommend every American to go abroad and see what other people do abroad. Because I'm sure they will come back and say, yes, there are some things that I really love about the US of A. But there are some things I love about the place I just left, whether it be Cambodia, Vietnam, Korea, Russia, Italy, Japan, like I did. But you gotta go and see for yourself. And when you do, you will come back and say, yes, I love America and some things about it. But there's some things I don't love, and there's some things I wish they would do differently. So yes, go abroad, have your experience, but don't be like those tourists who say, I want to go to Nicaragua next. And then I can tell all my friends back home, I don't understand Nicaragua. This is how Nicaraguans do it. Because you don't understand after 2 weeks, brother. And that is a triple truth, Ruth.